All right. So, you all, I have a special guest today. I have Kayla of What the Kink, and I'm so excited to have her here today. It's Fo. And Kayla, did you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. If you haven't seen my face before, hello everyone. Kayla here. I am the content creator behind What the Kink, a natural hair channel. I'm really all about simple hair care and vibes, pretty much. That's
Vibes.
me in a nutshell.
Yes, vibes. So, today I invited Kayla because I really wanted the opportunity to speak with someone that is so far ahead in so many wonderful ways on their journey. And I wanted you all to hear how it's always a process. So it's a process for me, it's a process for Kayla. And so you all can understand that there's a beginning and there's a journey, so you all don't feel like you see Kayla with the fabulous hair, or you see Fo with the fabulous hair, and you're like, my hair's never going to do that. Or my hair is never going to be fabulous, in my opinion. Your hair can be fabulous. It's a process. So we're going to just chat so you all can, think about your natural hair journey and realize like, hey, just about every natural can probably relate to you in some sort of way. So we're going to dive in. So first thing, because I know the people want to know. This is what people want to know. So, what products are in your hair and what hairstyle do you have today?
Of course, this is a wash and go, and I have it styled. The base is Kinky Curly Curling Custard. Then I style throughout with the Wonder Curl Get Set Hair Jelly. And then, of course, I've been topping off everything with the Imba Natural Styling Gel. I'm liking it. I did my hair yesterday, actually. So the curls are coming through. Filters don't like when you move, but there we go.
Yeah, Emba is that girl. So we're saying Emba, Enbba, and that's by
Mhm.
Abana, who's been a YouTuber and also a licensed cosmetologist for a while now, providing free hair care info online. And so she has an amazing hair gel. And so I have, and I'm realizing I should have, let me beg it. So y'all can see my hair. But I have a wash and go as well. Let me turn around. And I have the Curl Mix Ultra Hold Gel in my hair and Ember Naturals. But the order that I put them in is I put the Ember Naturals down first, as recommended to me by Abana. And then I put the Curl Mix Ultra Hold on top. And I will, by the time this video comes out, I will have a demo out for you all so y'all can see how I apply those products. But yeah, we are both Ember sisters right now.
I need to get my Imba shirt.
Yes, yes. I when I say I love that gel, I love Ember Naturals because it has a smooth application, and that is so important. It's so slippery because so many products when it comes to our hair can be so difficult to apply.
Hmm.
But before I run my mouth too much about that, because we're gonna get into styling a little bit more later on. Um, let's ask some important foundational questions. How long have you been natural?
So, because we are filming this in October, that's actually really special because I actually cut the relaxed hair off, or whether I went to a salon and got the relaxed hair cut off like October 2nd, I believe, of 2011. So, I've been natural 12 years this month. So, I was like, wow, that's over a decade of natural hair.
Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. So I went natural the first time in middle school, which was 2003. I hope I'm getting it right, y'all. I went natural the first time in middle school around 2003. But then when I got to high school, I got a relaxer again. I didn't like the relaxer. I got that cut off, and then I went back natural again around 2011. So I've been natural for a very long time, over a decade as well. So yeah. And there have been many ups, there have been many downs. Right now, I will say that I'm in an awesome, awesome season of my natural hair journey. Next question. So, how long has it been since your last big haircut?
Okay. this has two answers. So I got to think about it. So depending on what you guys consider to be a big cut is what's gonna happen. So first of all, 7 years ago, so that's 2016, I was wearing a set of twists, right? And I looked in the mirror and I was like, these twists are so raggedy. I can't with myself. I know what my twists are supposed to look like. And I sat there and I just chopped it off, lopped it off, inches on inches of this set of twists. Hair looked like steps. Okay. Hair looked a mess, but it needed to be done. That actually is on my channel still. I didn't hide that video. It's called Bye Bye Hair. But then in 2019, I took the stair step hair to the salon and got my first curly cut. And so naturally, in order to make a shape out of hair that's really uneven and stuff, she did need to cut a decent amount to create some sort of like cohesiveness with everything. Like she actually sent me a picture of this. My hairstylist sent me a picture from 2019, and like the crown is like up here somewhere, like way up at the top. So I guess I can consider that I probably had two major haircuts in 2019. Oh Lord, I was a science teacher, not a math teacher, but I believe that was 4 years ago.
Yeah, and you mentioned how the crown was shorter, but now when you turn around, it's coming down here. I don't think people realize like how much growth that is for
Girl.
tight curls. Like that is a lot of growth. That's a lot of growth. That's a lot of time. That's a lot of love. That's a lot of week to week gentle hair care for your hair for your crown to go from here to here. And
Mhm.
I know that sometimes people think of length as very straight hair centric.
Exactly.
Yeah, they don't think about the way that if you're wearing your hair curly, how your hair can get bigger and then drop, or drop and get bigger, and just so many different things, as opposed to just going straight down flat like straight hair. And that's just one of the ways that we don't center ourselves when it comes to hair, you know?
Yeah, you hitting on something right there. And you know what? That is why I have started more so looking at my hair in a finished wash and go state and comparing it that way to look at length. Because if I'm looking at myself in a video and I got a wash and go, and the wash and go is up here by my collarbone, then it's hanging almost at the armpits, that is a lot of inches of hair for you to visually notice a difference in length in hair that's in a shrunken up wash and go, because I don't stretch my hair at all. So I'm like, we need to really look at what our measuring stick is. Why are we comparing what our hair looks like on stretched hair when, for me personally, I don't straighten my hair. I'm never going to see my hair like that. That's the inch. I think, I don't know where I heard it, but someone says that stretch length is how much hair you have to play with to style and stuff. But your true length is really just the shrunken up length, because that's what the length that everybody sees.
Yeah, yeah. And it's just so important for us to shift. It's those small things like that for us as people in the natural hair community, small things like considering how our hair shrinks up and stuff like that when it comes to length. Those small things are us shifting from centering hair that has nothing to do with Black people to centering hair that has everything to do with Black people. So that's really important. So my last short haircut was August of 2020, and I had a taper. So it was like cut all the way down, maybe like an inch or 2 inches, and then maybe 2 or 3 inches at the top. And so I had a taper in August of 2020, and I grew it out, but I had a lot of whoo. I need fragrance-free and unscented hair care. And so that journey to finding stable fragrance-free products was very difficult. And so that did cause some problems with length retention because products were drying at times, the fragrance-free stuff. So that did cause some problems with length retention. And then also I had to learn how to detangle my hair better. I had to learn how to detangle my hair better. So I've broken off some hair in the crown of my head in the past from not the time. Listen, we'll get to that, but
Ain't gonna get them every time.
yeah. So there's that, and then also my shape. So my shape used to be a lot more sharp like that. It still has a little bit of that to it, but it used to be a lot more sharp. And so to get that fixed I had to cut off a good amount of hair length to fix my shape. And so I've cut into my hair length a few times now, trying to fix my shape, or give me a shape that I enjoy. And that has been a challenge for me because I have so many different curl patterns. So my hair isn't one dominant curl pattern. It's about 3 or 4. So because my hair is so many different curl patterns, I've had to adjust my shape to give me some cohesion, even if my hair is so many different curl patterns. But yeah, how do you like to get your hair cut?
So I get my hair cut curly. I usually do I know a lot of hairstylists do this thing where you come in with like minimal product, which is like a leave-in. And when I was looking for a hairstyle, I was like, heck no, I'm definitely not gonna go to anybody who recommends that. No shade to the other artists in Central Florida, but y'all, literally, I was like, no. So I found my hairstylist that I go to now, and she was like, come in with that hair laid. So I do come in with hair defined. However, other people who say that you can come in with your hair defined, they usually want you to come on day 1 or 2 and they specify. My hairstylist does not specify. So I actually come in with hair like day 3 and day 4. The reason why is because it like kind of extends a little bit. My hair starts to kind of relax a bit and soften that crunch up. And so I do get it cut in its curly state, a little bit older, a little bit softer hair. So it's a little bit bigger. And then as far as the shape, the back of my hair is rounded from left to right. And then she cuts the front short because it gets really, really long. Like I've grown that to my belly button several times. It gets very long. And then she cuts in to blend it, blend the short pieces back into the back of the hair.
So does it have a different elasticity, a different curl pattern, or does it just grow faster? The front area.
The front, you know what? I have no idea. I mean, it is like more of a looser wave. The hair there is thinner. It and I think it does just straight up just grow faster, or maybe it just doesn't incur as much breakage due to maybe it being, different. I have no idea, but it just unchecked, it will grow out of the shape and stuff. So that's why like a year or 2 ago, we started shortening the front, because if I don't shorten the front, I get this thing where the front is like really, really long, and then the back, and it looks like really jagged and stuff. So it just kind of helps me with the grow out. So, and then some people say that a lot of people apply like tension to the front of their hair, and that's why it hangs like that. But I don't really think I'm doing anything to where I would stretch out the front of my hair in such a way that it just does that. So maybe it does just grow faster.
Yeah, that's so interesting. There are so many different things to think about when it comes to like how you're getting your hair cut and stuff like that. Like this part can grow faster, this part can be tighter, this part might be thicker than this part, have a higher density. There's so many different things to think about. For me, I get curly cuts as well, and that is the best option for me because I do have sensitivity. Y'all know I have all the sensitivities and allergic asthma, and so with getting curly cuts, it allows me to style my hair at home with products that aren't making me sick at the moment, and then go in and get my hair cut. Like I can set my hair myself, and then I just go in and have my stylist, give me my shape or whatever. So curly cuts have been a lifesaver for me. I know, well, I guess I should go ahead and say something. People have been asking me to say something. There's a lot of conversation about, do curly cuts address all of people's split ends? Are they a good option for getting our hair cut? Do you feel like curly cuts are a healthy hair option for you?
I do. But one thing that I've noticed is that a lot of the people who have experienced issues with their, hair, before it was blown out, there were symptoms when the hair was curly, right? So like it's difficult to detangle, difficult to style and stuff like that. And so I am someone who goes and gets like what is typically called like an express cut, where you go in and you styled your hair and did it yourself. But I'm now thinking maybe, and I feel like I've done fine with that. I'm not having any major issues with my hair. I'm happy with my hair. It's continuing to retain length. But I'm thinking maybe now it might be a little healthier, a little bit better for me to actually get full service when I go get my hair done. Like, so that the hairstylist is putting her hands in my hair, detangling it, styling it and all these things so that if it starts to act up, she's like, wait a minute, the last 2 inches, this it's not acting right. We may need to take some length off. So I do think that, for me, the curly cuts have been healthy and they have been good for my hair, but I am reconsidering the way in which I get the curly cut so that my hairstylist has more insight into the condition of my hair.
Yeah, I curly cuts are a healthy option for me because of the what we just discussed. Like, I don't feel comfortable with the fragrance-free heat protectors that I see on the market. And even if I felt comfortable with them, I'm still concerned about the integrity of my hair. Especially if these are products that the stylist is not used to using. Because, I'm going to go in and they're like, if I'm getting a heat service, they're likely going to want to shampoo, condition, and, style my hair, blow out my hair and everything else. I have thought about one day I would really love to try the Rev Air, but that thing $400. I really, because of how gentle people say the Rev Air is. So one day I want to try it. I definitely would. I would really love to try it at my 4-year mark since I've grown out my taper, just to see how long my hair is and just to see what my hair looks like. I think it would be cool to save up and use a Rev Air for that. So that would be next August 2024. But I'm really, really happy with curly cuts, not just because they're the safest option for me health-wise, but also because I trust many of the curl artists that I follow. I trust their advice. I enjoy their advice. Like Abena, she's blown out some of her clients' hair, and she's even shown her blowing out a client's hair. She's shown what their hair looked like blown out, and their hair looked pretty good to me. And when it comes to, if you have a good curl artist, then your curly cuts they should be going pretty well if you have a great curl artist. I really trust Elaine's opinion when it comes to curly cuts. She's had some people that have come in and have gotten their blown out cuts, and their hair looks great. So, and my personal curl artist, Tiziana of Just Divine Curls, she's had people come in and request that their hair be blown out, and she's happy with the condition of their hair when their hair is being blown out, and when she's looked at it that way. So curly cuts are addressing her clients' needs, the health of their hair, removing weathered ends. So I feel good about curly cuts. I know that people are finding what's most convenient to them cut wise. I think blowout cuts are convenient, or getting the hair blown out and trimmed. I think that that's really convenient when it comes to cost. If people aren't feeling curly cuts, I say you don't have to do them. But for me, right, I'm really, really happy with them. I'm really happy. So there's that. Is there anything else you want to say on that topic?
The only thing I'll say is, y'all do what works best for you. You know what I mean? So don't look at me and Fo and be like, what we're saying is the law. Because as I say on my channel, because who am I? I'm a person on the internet. Like, I am someone who's sharing my experience and my truth. And what is true to me may not be true for you. And two things can be true at once.
Hi, everyone. That concludes part 1. Part 2 will be coming out on Wednesday at 5 p.m. CST. Go ahead and subscribe if you want that notification. I hope you enjoyed part 1, and I can't wait to see you back here for part 2.